Talk about kind of being healthy this spring and what it feels like to kind of be healthy for the first time.
Yeah, so last spring I had turf toe, and usually I try to push through my injuries, but that one was something I had to get surgery over, and it happened in spring practice 7, and I was having a pretty good spring practice, so it kind of hurt me a lot. And, but yeah, this spring I'm fully healthy, and it's great. I'm feeling better than ever, and yeah, just.
When did it happen, and do you remember how it happened?
Not to bring up any names, but TD tackled me in practice, and my toe got caught a little bit. We was just competing like we do every day. Nothing against TD, but we was competing, and toe got caught up a little bit in the turf.
Okay, because you looked really good. Like you said, you had some good practices, and next thing we knew, you were on crutches.
Yeah, it was terrible. I was crying for like 2 days when they told me I had to get surgery because I felt like my confidence was in a place it had never been, so it hurt a lot, but I'm working it back.
You've been the kind of the social media guy, and you've kind of, even when you first committed, trying to get other people to come here, and I think everybody's kind of been waiting to see what you could do. So how excited are you to kind of being able to go out there for the first time and really show what you can do?
Very excited. I mean, I've been coming to ASU since like 2018 with the baseball team before even I committed for football. So to showcase my talents, what I've been wanting to showcase to everybody for a long while now, it's going to be fun.
What are sort of your expectations for yourself individually now that you do have that opportunity?
Just to help the team in any way. Some games we can run for 300 yards, and I can help and block the DB as hard as I can. We still got good backs, so any way possible. It's not always just catching touchdown. Any way possible to help the team.
Are there any challenges with being a wide receiver in the midst of a quarterback battle in practice?
No, because they all can throw it. They all can throw it pretty good. So, like, whenever I'm in, I'm just worried about what I have to do. I know whoever's in can get it to me, regardless.
How do you feel in terms of learning the offense and where you are in that?
It's a day-by-day thing for sure. Yeah, it's coming as we get deeper into spring practice. It's getting better, but that's for sure a day-by-day thing.
You're from California, so did you know, I guess, Finn or Dalen from previous high school games or anything?
I'm from Los Angeles. They're from kind of far out, like San Clemente, Calabasas area. So
Didn't see them.
No, I didn't see him, but I knew him. I knew him for sure. Because I'm pretty social. So, yeah.
What do you think the key is just to get the passing game back clicking to where it needs to be?
Relationships with the quarterbacks and the timing. Just the confidence overall, which we will have pretty soon. Just the confidence in the what is it called? The relationship with the quarterbacks. That's about it. Just building a relationship.
Is that more difficult given that you have new guys at quarterback as opposed to Jaden, who was here for a few years?
Well, as you know, when Jaden was here, we had a #1 quarterback. So right now we don't have a quarterback, so we just all bonding with all the quarterbacks. So by the time we have a #1, whoever it is, we'll have a good relationship with them.
Is there anyone has stood out to you, anyone that you feel the best with as far as timing goes on routes or anything like that?
Nah, see, when I'm out there, I'm just running my route. I don't even know who throws to me half the time. I'm just really focused on catching that thing.
As far as the offense goes, new coordinator, are there any changes to verbiage, and are there any challenges that have come up there with trying to learn that and absorb that?
Not really. It's all about the same. Yeah, everything's cool, nice and smooth.
Anything with the structure of the routes, or is it more just they want to promote continuity with you guys?
So you know how we're in huddle this year, right? So
yes. We
get a lot more time to think over the play, and we get to maybe ask the quarterback, even if we don't know. So everything's much better, way more smooth. Coach Hill, we was tippo. We didn't have enough time to think. But nope, it's not an excuse, but we got time to think now.
Did you do anything different during the offseason to kind of get ready for this season and anything?
So I lost my toe, so I had to make sure I get all my acceleration back. So I was with Coach Joe, took that very serious. And then other than that, yeah, just acceleration and speed is what I always try to focus on.
Are there any other wide receivers that have stood out to you so far in spring ball?
I like my dog Badge. That's my roommate. And we hold our expectations pretty high for each other. We're in the same position right now. And usually, when somebody's competing with each other, really well, for me, we're not friends right now. We're competing, but that's my roommate, and we just make each other better so well. So that's my dog, and he's doing good.
Does anything stand out about Elijah?
Hmm?
Does anything stand out about Elijah Badger?
Dude, I don't think there's I've seen anybody athletic like him. He's weird. Kneecaps, his knees and his ankles. Just look at his body. His body's weird. He's weird. And he's squatting 500.
Wow.
He looks like me. He squats 500. So
Is he really?
not 500 exactly, but he's up there. He's up there.
I was going to say, maybe you exaggerated just a tad.
He's lifting with the O-lineman for sure. So he's weird.
Chad, where's the area you've seen the most improve? over these
Mine?
last- No, Elijah's last 2 seasons. And you as well, why not?
It could be maybe his maturity. Yeah, his maturity around the building, because I think his first year he was out. He was out, right? And probably wasn't locked in because he wasn't playing, but probably matured now. And we locked in.
What about for you?
Maturity too. Same thing. I was going against like older DBs, and I always like kind of like I don't want to say back down, but I was terrified to chase Lucas and Jack when I first got here. I was kind of scared. I had to grow up for real and then just go out there like this is what you're going to see in the game. So you got to go out there and compete every day. So it was them two.
What are your thoughts on Ricky Pearsall and how he might kind of fit into the offense?
I don't think people think Rick is like really a first rounder. I think Rick is a first rounder type talent. And I don't think he's got the showcase to Arizona how good he is, but he's really good.
How do you think his strengths fit into this new offense that Coach Thomas is trying to implement?
So Rick is a speedster, and there's a lot of running away from DBs, hopefully, and like man coverage, and he can pretty beat anything. So man crossing routes, you can't guard Rick on crossing routes, and that's what a lot of his routes pertain to.